Cook, splendid isolation in there. Onama, similar story, nobody within 3 or 4 yards of him. Calvert-Lewin, you cannot give him space. Switch by Cook, Alexander-Arnold. Driving into the space made by Gray, and it almost came off for him. Morgan a bit unlucky, perhaps.
Yeah, it's scenarios like we've just seen there. Scotland turning the ball over, but they're turning it over so deep into their own half. They've got the whole pitch to work the ball up to, and they've got to be slightly cleverer than they are.
Here's the very clever Calvert-Lewin to Walker-Peters. Took a bit too much on then, and I think Smith enjoyed that challenge. Cook comes again. Good ball by him to Walker-Peters, and that's tidy too. Little overindulgent, perhaps, Calvert-Lewin that time. And that is not going to help Scotland's cause any. Onama. Alexander-Arnold.
And it's just wave after wave of English attack at the moment, and then when it breaks down, Scotland give it back to England, and off we go again.
I think the best hopes for Scotland were, given the excitement generated by that performance, that it would lift belief, Stuart. But you know what? In the longer term, they've had a real problem scoring goals over the last 6-7 games, and I think we're seeing the evidence of it in this one.
Yeah, they don't look as though too much is going to be created today. Certainly the way they're playing at present.
At the moment. All can change, of course. They're sticking at it manfully. Taylor, the tackler again.
Yeah, you can see they're a very well-organised outfit, Scotland.
Calvert-Lewin. Solanke.
See, the switch of plays has to be on there with England. They're being too persistent trying to go through the middle. It's got to go from one wing to the other and back again if it gets tight again. And that's the way to break down Scotland at the moment.
Lewis Cook, very much the captain of this England ship. Here we are in the birthplace of James Cook, commemorated in the Middlesbrough town centre. Captain Cook is running this show. Solanke. Belted clear this time by McKenna. I think that at the moment the problem for Scotland is we're not seeing the best of what they've got, Stuart.
No, we're not. We're definitely not. They're defending well. From a defensive point of view, they're getting men behind the ball. The shape is very good. I don't think they're putting enough pressure on England in possession. And when they do turn it over, invariably they're probably maximum 35 yards out from their own goal, and we've got to work it up the whole pitch, which they're failing to do.
Calvert-Lewin and Walker-Peters working well in tandem again. This time Liam Smith at right back makes an important challenge.
They say that goals change games, and that's certainly been the case in this game. You know, before that it was nip and tuck, and then a goal totally out of the blue, if you like, and all of a sudden England are well in control of the match. I think it's dented Scotland's confidence.
Alexander-Arnold with the corner for England. Fry came onto it. That's a brilliant block on the line by Fulton. Bar that, Scotland were 2 down here. And Abraham, well, he's doing everything but get a goal, actually.
He certainly is. He can't believe his luck there. It was a fantastic pullback by Fry. And what a defensive block there.
Smith it was in front of his goalkeeper, yeah.
He certainly helped the goalie out. I think the goalie would have got a block, but whether the goalie could have kept it out as well as Smith did, who knows?
I think it's almost time for a Bravehearts analogy now, the way Scotland are fighting with everything they've got. Gomez, Onama, the goal scorer. Several other chances, several other near things in a first 30-odd minutes, dominated almost completely here by England. Layoff by Solanke. Cook. Gray so lively again. Cook got in front of the ball. Whatever next? Calvert-Lewin, first touch not really good enough. It was won back by Oliver Burke. Cadden makes some yards and gets a throw in English territory.
Yeah, they just need to enjoy a spell of possession, Scotland. At this moment in time, they just can't string 4 or 5 passes together.
As you always tell us, Stuart, goals change games. You know, maybe it was a plan tonight to see it through to maybe the 20, 30-minute mark, but when you concede so early, that's a real mind changer, isn't it? An outlook changer from Scotland's point of view.
It certainly is, and we've seen that today in this game. You know, Scotland's mentality has changed since the goal.
Gomez. Scotland committing a few bodies further up the field here. But not prepared to go and press.
No.
All too keen to drop off.
No, and it's quite often probably a team that a lot of teams throughout the country and world football do. They're very well organised, they're in a really good shape, but the shape's just really the starting point. From there, you have to go and press aggressively.
Burke attempted to jump for that one. He's out-jumped by Fry.
You must feel as though Burke, their best player, is losing a touch of confidence, aren't you? You know, there was no real sort of oomph to try and win a header there.
Thomas trying to apply a bit of oomph. Gomez at centre-back, what do you think? I know sometimes it's probably his first option at Liverpool at the moment is to be the right-back.
Yes. Often the case with young players breaking into the team. Defenders, certainly, who'll play in the academy. I'm sure he's played a lot of his academy football as a centre-half. You have to make a start as a full-back before you actually break into the team as a central defender. Same happened to me. I played all my football at school as a central defender. Then when you get into men's football, all of a sudden you're shunted out to the left side.
At the other end of Park, a case of what-ifs and nearly moments so far tonight for Tammy Abraham. That would have been a very high-quality goal had it been an inch or so inside that post. Great pullback by Fry, gets that on the full, and in front of his goalkeeper, brilliant work by Smith to deny Tammy Abraham. But he'll keep coming.
That's the incredible thing for a striker's life, eh? We've just seen there two decent attempts on target, and he's got nothing to show from it. All of a sudden he'll miss it one later on in the game and it'll bobble in, I hope.
Cook to Onoma. Walker-Peters. Here goes Gray. Reasonable understanding between those two Scottish centre-backs, Sutter and McKenna, who did very, very well in the Netherlands game. And as a group, that back four are sticking at it for Scotland.
Yeah, they certainly are. As I say, the shape of the back four is fine. It's just at times when they go and front people up one-on-one, you can see there's a bit of nervousness. I think there's so much respect for Calvert-Lewin and Gray in the wide areas that they don't want to go and commit. They back off, they give them that extra yard, and that's all they need to go past you.
Gray back to Alexander-Arnold and back again. Solanke. Walker-Peters showed too much of that to Smith. Again, the little look up as Scotland tried to work it forward, that time by Campbell, and nothing on for him. Solanke. Gomez. Dale Fry. Here goes Gray. Onama. Alexander-Arnold had made a good run. He wasn't seen, I don't think. Now he gets it, and I think he thought he was going to be offside. Hesitated, but on we go.
I think it was very clever play, actually, by Alexander-Arnold. He just held his run, looked at the linesman. The linesman kept his flag down, so he chased the ball.
What about that from Calvert-Lewin? See you later, Liam Smith. Liam Smith fouls him on the edge of the box.
Yeah, we've certainly got the beating of their back line one-on-ones. Fantastic term. Unfortunate he didn't delay the challenge for another yard, otherwise there's a penalty all day there. Pullback here or something, maybe a bit of movement and a pullback.
It's not quite Hadrian's wall in front of the free kick. Two-man wall, but Fulton's been doing a lot of wall building in this first half. Yet another England free kick on the edge. Played short to Gray, he can hit them from here. That's not his best. Not dissimilar to the position he scored against Latvia from. No, very similar, and a fantastic finish on that night. I think maybe a little roll to his side to Trent Arnold. All the excitement of the Premier League, Championship and lower leagues reflected in BT Sport's score throughout the afternoon when we resume next Saturday from 2:30 on BT Sport 1 HD. And in the Premier League it will be Watford at home to Arsenal, following that from 5 next weekend. Incidentally, Arsenal's only representatives in this squad, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, not even among the subs tonight for England. I think this will really frustrate Scott Gemmill. You know, the set pieces against the Netherlands for Scotland were excellent, and they have butchered 3 or 4 in this game. Yeah, they have. You know, great opportunity to set something up or put the ball in the box, and they played a really sloppy pass on that occasion from Ollie Burke. Taylor battling away against Gray. Cook, 3 in the box. Onama slides it down the side to Abraham. Cleared by Mallon. Cleared but no more. I think when Scott Gemmill looks at this game, certainly the first half of this game afterwards, and he sees how many times that his team turn the ball over and then give possession straight back to England, he'll be disappointed. What can they do this time? But again, as you have pointed out, they're starting from so very deep. Yeah. One back by Onama. Great to Cook. On that occasion, just 3 passes, and then it's back in England's possession again. It erodes your confidence as a team when that keeps happening. Calvert-Lewin. Onama made a great run then. Deflection on that. Helped it on its way really to Fulton, but he looks up for a quick release, and he can't find a pink Scottish jersey anywhere. This is all very good for England. We have comfortable possessions, and in games like this in qualification, what tends to happen, it almost gets you in bad habits for when you go to the major finals and come up against the teams that have got a bit more about them, and when you do give possession away to them, they can really hurt you. Calvert-Lewin fed by Solanke. Well struck down the middle though from Cook. He won't be fooled. He would want surely 2 or 3 on the scoreboard from England's point of view, having had such dominance here in this first half. Yeah, that'll be the disappointment for AD, that we've not converted another chance. You know, you go in 2-0 up at half-time and all of a sudden you think
Well, the way the game's going, the game's comfortable, the game's finished, and you've just got to do your work to see the game out, and don't do anything silly.
Always that possibility of something sloppy like that creeping in. Thomas went backwards with it, unfortunately for Scotland. On by Sutar to McKenna. Taylor made a run.
I think the one good thing going in Scotland's favour is they are only 1-0 down, so they've got the opportunity of rectifying the second half, and they need to come out and show a little bit more confidence.
I'm not sure that was offside, Stuart. Your eyes are better than mine, but Fry put his arm in the air and looked rather hopefully, got the decision. Well, I suppose you've got to say it, Stuart. I know they're neutral, but centre-back on his home ground, he's got one there.
Yeah. If that's the way you want to view it, I'll back you up all day.
Or just maybe he knows better than anybody else the way the groundsman cuts the grass.
Those lines look straight to me, I might be wrong. Good time to score a second.
Might be the last chance in this half for England. Swung in by Alexander-Arnold. Oh! And England close again. Solanke.
Fantastic ball in, and he's just got in too soon, really. If he'd have delayed his run that extra half yard, that's a goal.
Well, it'll take us some time to tot up all the chances, quite honestly. Tammy Abraham and Solanke just before half-time. But the goal from Josh Onuma set England on their way, and they have been cruising through this first half. It's by no means all over from Scotland's point of view. The sadness for Scotland at the break, though, they have not given of their best. And it's scarcely a reflection of what we've seen this scoreline. England leading Scotland by 1-0.